closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for you.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for a sack.
That's Foley Fatukasi who got it in and finished off the play.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at the 33.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Romeo Cruz shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Gay's kick is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And a short 3-yard pickup gets them up to the 15.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
The Bears now are 2-5 to start play. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw here. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fields now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On second down, Swift.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. 6-0 our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 32 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down.
They snap it to Fields.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Swift again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, here's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Fields. That's to his running back, complete. On the move past the 40. And he is going to have the Bears' 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
That all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Here's Jones.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Again, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, Fields
rolling to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Off play action, Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Lions just continue to roll.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past. drive it up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Play action. It's Fields.
Out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a short gain down to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On 1st down, Fields
finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Detroit!
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Back to throw. Fields.
It's hauled in by Hardy. They find some open field here. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards. And he is going to lose yardage here. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Romeo Okwara getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 2nd and 11.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you know.
And now here's another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 14. Being chased out left.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And some room to maneuver. He did it again. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, it's Fields.
He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From way up at the 23. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught by Williams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into.